Kamosta there, guys. What is up? It is the Drac6 dude here, and today we're going to be talking about camping. Camping is a huge problem in this game, but before we get into the meat of the video, I feel like I need to talk about my clan. If you don't know, it's called TM61. I even made a video, has a recruitment channel for it. We have been going strong. We just hit 1,100 members just the other day. That's awesome. We're getting people into the clan. We're getting some games going. Yeah, we're having some fun. We're having some fun playing Modern Warfare despite this camping problem. So we're going to get right back into it. And I want to note that camping is not just a problem for Modern Warfare. Actually, in Modern Warfare as a whole, even back when, you know, COD 4 was released, there was camping. Now, this is much different. We all know this. We all know that these Modern Warfare games are just a tad different when it comes to camping than the old Modern Warfare games. Now, while you were able to camp in those games and it was effective, you could still rush around and be able to succeed that way. But in this game, you're almost encouraged to stay in one place for the entire game. You can move around, but you have to be cautious about every corner, mainly because most people are usually sitting in those corners. I found myself getting killed by people in corners all the time in this game. And while I find it very annoying, I don't really care about it as much. Now, I get it. People don't like the ability to camp. And there's even a channel out there dedicated towards the hate of Modern Warfare, which really confuses me, because the same guy says Black Ops 3 is the best Call of Duty, despite the jumping around and obvious microtransaction problem that the game had. But we're not going to get into that because I think he's a retard. Of course, that's my opinion. You guys can have yours. He obviously has his. But we are going to be talking about this game's obvious problem for camping. Now you can go right to the maps. You can talk about how bad the maps are, about how bad the maps are generated, how it's all to allow people to camp. To just be able to sit in one corner and just stay there for the entire game and rack up all the kills. Now, this is where I believe you are wrong, Jimbo. The maps are alright. Now, I keep hearing this map, Piccadilly. And I feel like this is just this Call of Duty brainwashing that's getting you guys to hate on a map for no particular reason other than it's different. I don't know why there's so much hate for this map. And I even was playing it recently a lot. And I just don't have a problem with the map. I don't know what's everybody's issue with the map design, but it just seems like there's this one guy who wants people to hate on this game, especially for this map for some reason. I mean, there was people who didn't like Downturn. I enjoyed Downturn. But maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just the only one who enjoys Piccadilly. And there's even people who like scoff at the name, like Piccadilly. Ugh. Not this map or not that map. I don't hate Euphrates Bridge. It is annoying, but that's not the problem of the game. Blaming the map for the issues of the game is childish. You cannot blame a map for a problem with a game. Just like in Ghosts, while there were very large maps, the ones that were short and were 3-lane were still just, people will still say they're bad. Why is that? It's mainly because of how quick you die in this game and how quick you kill people in this game. Now, when there's one gun being used over and over again, it gets annoying. I don't like getting killed by the M4 repeatedly. You know, it still not being nerfed is actually crazy in of itself. But when we're talking about this game as a whole, I feel like it just, in this game, it just feels like the M4 is meta. You can succeed with other guns, don't get me wrong, but once somebody pulls out an M4 who actually has a decent amount of skill, it's game over. You have to use an M4 to be successful. Now, if people were running around with MP7s, MP5s, I can somehow, I can make it work, as long as I'm using that tier of a gun. Say, an AK, an Odin, a FAMAS, those styled guns. Those, I mean, FAL is pretty good, actually. I want to get some gameplay for you guys to show you how really good it is. I was able to get a shit ton of kills on that 24/7 Kill House map, which I believe is the best map this game has, by far. It's the only map that I really enjoy playing. Not saying that any other map is bad, it's just how the gun mechanics work. And how running and gunning is not even remotely rewarded in this game. And while I do not like Black Ops 4, I do appreciate the fact that I was able to run and gun in that game, and that's what I like doing mainly, and having fun doing so. Also, anybody who says Black Ops 4 is low-key one of the best games of Call of Duty's history is obviously not a fan, or is obviously a fan of microtransactions, and just the overall greed that a game's developers have. But I digress. I don't think I need to talk about how bad Black Ops 4's developers were and how money greeding that entire thing was, locking weapons, full-fledged weapons, behind a paywall. You should not be locking a gun behind a paywall, but I could talk about that for hours and hours, about how Treyarch is an idiot. But of course, I don't want to talk about the same thing over and over again. I feel like you guys don't want to hear me talk about the same thing. So, camping is just something we need to change. I don't have anything in particular that you can physically change off the top of my head to make this a better camping game, but you cannot blame the maps for just the amount of campers. Blame the mechanics of the weapons. The weapons that are good, you can just sit in a corner and just stay there and wait. I feel like you can just use any gun as long as you get the upper hand by shooting him in the back. So tell me what you guys think here in the comment section down below. I'd like to hear your opinion on this. If I'm completely wrong, if I have no idea what I'm talking about, or if I have a little bit of truth to my story. Who knows? Maybe there's a mixture of all sorts of different replies. I don't make these videos to be 100% factually correct. I create these videos to give people an ability to create their own opinions. I'm not going to come up here and sit and talk about how I'm right and everybody else is wrong, like everybody else does on here on YouTube. So tell me what you guys think here in the comment section down below, and I will definitely see you guys in the next one. Talk to you later.